Hello and welcome to Watch It. Today we'll go through our list of the top 10 most well-liked and popular Amazon Prime TV shows that premiered in 2022. To keep the list exclusive to new shows, we did not include returning series such as Jack Ryan, The Boys and others, but even their new seasons were as fantastic as these new ones. Furthermore, let us know in the comments how many of the shows on this list you've seen and which one you intend to watch next. Now let's start the video. Number 10. The Peripheral. It is a science fiction mystery series that is partially based on William Gibson's 2014 novel of the same name. The plot begins in town and revolves around Flynn Fisher, who loves to play futuristic video games. On the other side, she works at a printing store to make ends meet while staying with her mother and retired brother Burton. However, the real action starts when Flynn chooses to substitute in for her brother one evening during his job in an online virtual reality game that looks so lifelike, but her excitement takes a turn when she makes a striking revelation while playing the game, which leads her deeper into a sinister plan that threatens everything she holds dear. Overall, the show does indeed provide a stylish sci-fi experience and incredibly interesting story, with an out-of-this-world concept and a puzzling mystery that keeps you on the edge. But the story's execution is messy, which makes the plot a bit difficult to follow, but besides this, the show's thrilling idea alone makes it well worth seeing. Number 9. The Boys. Diabolical. If you've seen The Boys show, you probably won't need an introduction to this one, but for those who are unfamiliar, it is a superhero animated series based on the popular comic book series of the same name. It's a spin-off of Amazon's popular show The Boys. Every episode serves as a unique story that takes place in the world of the live-action show and delivers a variety of animated stories. Each episode features a different visual look and vibe that ranges from completely humorous to totally dark. Each unique story depicts the lives of the individual heroes as they fight for survival in the disaster scenario of a society where heroes are free to move around. The show has its trademark boys theme, which means that these short stories are darker, violent, and deadly, even if they are in no way comparable to the main show, even though it's not. Perfect fans of the live-action series will still like. Number 8. The Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. There are just two possible outcomes for this show. Either it will greatly impress and entertain you, or you may not like it at all. However, for a general audience that like the Lord of the Rings movies, but has not read the books, the show has a lot to offer that will keep you involved and captivated. Throughout the season, the show's visuals are among the best we've ever seen, but aside from a few memorable characters, the plot of the show fails to live up to expectations. If all you want to do is dive into the epic fantasy world, enjoy the tremendous action, and the epic creatures, then you might like it. Even if you haven't seen the Lord of the Rings film homes, you can still watch the series, because it takes place centuries before The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, and covers key Second Age events, like the creation of the rings and the emergence of Sauron, among many others. The main plot revolves around Galadriel, an elven warrior, and a lot of new characters, who play critical roles in the fight against a return of evil to Middle-earth. If you've seen the movies, keep your expectations low. Number 7. Three Pines. This is one of the dark horses of 2022 which many viewers have overlooked. This crime mystery show is based on a book series by Louise Penny. The show is set in the beautiful town of Three Pines and tells the story of Sheriff Armin Gomek and his team, as they are tasked with looking into a string of mysterious deaths that have been occurring there. Along with the investigation, Gomek gets caught up in a number of the strange mysteries that surround this community and its odd inhabitants. Interconnected with these individual murder cases is the storyline of a missing woman that leads to unexpected discoveries. Some cases are resolved quickly, while others end with thrilling suspense. It is a beautifully shot series with a strong and interesting collection of mysteries and enjoyable characters, so do add it to your watch list if you enjoy crime shows. Number 6. A League of Their Own. It is a sports comedy drama that focuses entirely on the World War II All-American competitive women's baseball competition, while the main story follows Carson, a married lady who leaves town while her husband is deployed at war in order to follow her goal of becoming a pro baseball player. As soon as she arrives, she meets Greta and Joe, two best friends, as well as others who have come to play baseball and share her interests. After attending the tryouts to start her career as the Peaches keeper but being rejected for unspecified reasons, Carson chooses to enlist the aid of her new buddy to forge a new pathway and pursue her dream. There is also a 1992 film on this subject, but this 8-episode season covers different plotlines and explores a new generation of women's experiences as they each forge their own paths in the sport. The series is absolutely packed with touching tales of friendship, romance, and laughter. Aside from a few minor flaws, this is a really entertaining show that is perfect for binge watching. Number 5. The English. It is a Western drama series that revolves around a former military ranger, Eli Whip, and an English lady named Cornelia Locke. Both are on separate journeys that demand tremendous bravery and personal sacrifice. While Cornelia travels to Wyoming in search of payback against a guy she claims has murdered her son, Eli Whip, on the other hand, wants his Nebraska property back. Eventually, the paths of these two people cross when Eli Whip, a man on a mission to reclaim the area given to him in exchange for his contributions during the war, unintentionally runs across Cornelia. Although they are both aware of their goals, neither is certain that they share a fate that will cause them both pain. The story is revealed through flashbacks that help the viewer piece together the details that were first shown in the first few episodes. The series has it all: action, romance, and revenge that culminate in a magnificent, thrilling, gritty drama. However, it could have been even better if it had handled a few more subplots, which left us wanting more. It is a delight for anyone who enjoys historical or Western dramas. Number 4. The Summer I Turned Pretty. It is a teen romantic series created by Jenny Han. The center of the story is Belly, a young girl who has spent each vacation at the magnificent property belonging to Susanna, a colleague of her mother Laurel, and this year is going to be no different. Belly's family has been connected with Susanna's since Belly was a young child, thanks to Susanna's two sons Jeremiah and Conrad, who are friends with Belly. Belly has had a serious crush on Conrad since they were children, but things have become complicated over the summer when her encounter with him upon her arrival for the summer reignited their feelings. However, things did not turn out the way she had anticipated, as everything has changed from Conrad's newfound love for another girl to her own beginning attraction to Conrad's brother. All of this comes together to create a love triangle story that is engaging, feels refreshing, and the major positive that elevates the series is its stunning landscapes, which could make you think of Netflix's Outer Banks. Overall, it is a fun teen romance story that is a bit different than typical teen shows. Number 3. Terminal List. Well, I can count on my fingers the number of series that I have binge-watched to date, and this one is one of them. The series contains every element a wild action thriller should have, including intense action sequences, plot twists, betrayal, and espionage. It is based on the same title Jack Carr novel, and yes, the plot is basic and predictable, but there is an unexpected twist that may surprise some viewers. The series follows James Reese, a Royal Marine covert soldier, who returns home in a chaotic state after a failed operation in which his entire squad was attacked and murdered. When Reese returns home, he discovers that the attack on his squad was planned, and that there is a plot running all the way up the line of authority. To get payback on those who attacked his unit, Reese takes responsibility for the situation and sets out on a merciless mission of vengeance to investigate the incident further and create a death list. Even though the plot may seem familiar, if you have enjoyed the Mission Impossible and Bourne movies, you'll absolutely love this show. The main strength of the show is its action, which it delivers. Amazon. Number 2. The Devil's Hour. This one is insane. I mean, it is literally the strangest show on Amazon Prime, and it is one of the biggest draws of 2022 for me. The storyline follows Lucy Chambers, who experiences frequent hallucinations and wakes up each night at 3:33 a.m. The infamous Devil's Hour. Meanwhile, her mother is suffering from a psychological sickness and begins communicating with shadows, seeing sights that don't exist, while her little son Isaac behaves strangely. The series changes from a typical thriller drama to being entirely different. When the plot takes a dramatic turn, it all starts when the cops look into a totally random sequence of killings that have been tied to Lucy, who is ultimately lured into the investigation of a serial killer with its massive surprise revelation at the finale. It is a brilliant pie concept and phenomenally made crime thriller that keeps the audience guessing and anxious throughout the entire season. This is not to be missed. Number 1. The Reacher. It is a crime action thriller series developed by Nick Santora. I became a fan of Lee Child's work thanks to this series, which is simply outstanding. What's even more exciting is that it has been renewed for a second season, which will adapt the next novel Bad Luck and Trouble. The first season was inspired by the novel Killing Floor. The series centers on veteran soldier Jack Reacher, who just so happens to visit the small village of Margrave on the day a dead body is found without knowledge of Jack's identity. Authorities suspect and arrest him for a homicide he had no knowledge of, Meanwhile, he is released after his innocence is proven. This is not a spoiler, it is also shown in the official trailer. Afterward, he is forced to cooperate with local police officers to look into a massive conspiracy involving dishonest officers, city officials, and industrialists that is taking place in plain sight. The series does an excellent job of adapting the novel and its source material and provides us with a massive amount of raw action and thrilling mystery that you can't help but keep watching one episode after another. It is a must-see 2022 series on Amazon Prime. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video, and do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.